Hi, everybody. I'm Ezekiel Bruni, a writer and a general tech guy and nerd, and I'm here for VPN Mentor to tell you how to access your Crunchyroll shows from anywhere in the world. Let's say you've decided to go do a little traveling, You've got 2 weeks off, you're at a nice little all-inclusive resort or something, you've got good Wi-Fi, and you think, hey, I could sure stand to catch up on the last 10 or 20 years of anime I've been out of the game. Okay, maybe not that much. But you've heard good things about XL World, and you want to access it. Well, you might run into a problem. See, you go over to Crunchyroll, and you type in XL World, spelled it right this time, and oh no, it's not there. But you heard it was on Crunchyroll. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that you are most likely in the wrong country. See, Crunchyroll doesn't have the licenses to distribute every show everywhere. So if you want to access certain shows in other countries, you need to trick basically Crunchyroll into thinking that you, say you're in Mexico, are actually somewhere up here in the US. How do you do that? You need a VPN. Alright, before we go any further into the video, I do want to say if you find this video helpful, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Maybe hit that notification bell icon and leave us a comment perhaps. We'd love to know how this guide worked for you. Alright, moving on. So a VPN is a service that basically encrypts all of your internet traffic and allows you to route it through servers in other countries if you want to, or just other cities if you want to stay close to home. Because these region locking features work on your IP address. That is the address every computer is assigned when it hooks up to the internet. And that's how they tell what country you're in. They may not be able to find your specific address, but that's how Crunchyroll knows you're not in the US, for example. Redirecting your traffic to another server via a VPN changes your IP address to one of the country that server is in. And that's how it works. We here at VPN Mentor, and for that matter, me personally, we recommend ExpressVPN. I don't use it for streaming that much, but that's pretty much what it's actually designed for. I use it for gaming, and it can actually increase my ping in some situations. But ExpressVPN is actually built on technology that's built around streaming, and they have servers in over 94 countries, so you can always select a server that's relatively close to you. In this case, we're going to be hooking up to the US to access Crunchyroll. Because if a service lets you access a site but the connection isn't good enough to actually stream high-definition video, what's the point? And ExpressVPN is good at unlocking a lot of different services. Okay, let me show you how to install it. Now I'm just going to get my camera out of the way so I can show you exactly how to set up and install and use ExpressVPN. It's quite simple, so you should be able to follow along pretty easily. Obviously, you'll need to click the big green button first. Choose your payment plan, enter your email address, and then choose your preferred payment method. There are lots to choose from. And that's about it. Later on in the process, you will need to set up a username and password, but I won't be taking you through that part of the process because, well, I enjoy my privacy too. So I'm just going to skip ahead. Once you're logged in, you should see a button to download ExpressVPN on whatever platform you're currently using. Now, I am on Windows, obviously, so I'm just going to download it for Windows. And just save that. Now, these blurred out bits are activation codes. You do sort of need those to install and set up ExpressVPN. Again, I'm not showing, the activation codes for obvious reasons because they belong to me. But your activation code will be different. To install, you just hit that button right there. Let's minimize this in the meantime. Wait for the installer. When you want to sign in, just click that button. Allow the program to make a few more changes to your computer. And then you'll need to copy and paste that activation code I didn't show you earlier. I'm just going to do that and skip ahead a little bit. Now, once you have logged in, it will ask you if you want to start the application every time Windows loads, or Mac OS or whatever you're using. I do want that, so I'll just click OK. I don't want to send in data, so I don't have to. It will automatically choose the closest server for you. You should note, by the way, that you can choose servers from all over the world. You just go through here, look for a country. These are the recommended locations, of course, but you can look through the whole world and all the over 3,000 servers. Once you have the server you want, you just hit the connect button and you're good to go. So I'm just going to click to connect. And boom, it's working. I'm connected. All right, we're back on the website. The VPN is running. Let's just go ahead and connect. Then let's refresh this page with should have the search already. Sometimes it takes a second to connect, but see, that was pretty quick. And oh look, Axel World is there. And now all we need to do is click play on season 2, for example, and wait for it to start. And that was actually pretty darn quick, all things considered. Audio's not on, and we're just going to stop it here because copyright stuff, so that's fun. You can also use VPNs to access the English dubbed versions of some anime, simply because Crunchyroll doesn't have the licenses to distribute every show everywhere, and sometimes the English dubs are actually restricted to the US for some reason. Now, I know, not everybody likes the English dubs. I prefer subtitles generally, but sometimes you want to play a game while you watch a show or something, and I need my native language for that. I don't speak Japanese. All right, so that is literally all it takes. You use your VPN, connect to the country you want to connect to, and it works. Most of the time. I should mention that Crunchyroll is a little bit finicky. Let me explain. There are 2 versions of Crunchyroll at the moment. There's the beta version, which you just saw, and there's also the classic version. Now, the difference between the beta version and classic version, for the purposes of this video, is the region locking method. The beta version detects where you are based on your IP and changes what content you can access based on that. The classic version locks content based on what region you said you were in when you signed up. So, for example, if you're traveling, outside the US, and you think, oh, I want to get into Crunchyroll, I don't have an account yet, make sure you specify that your account is in the US. Maybe even get the VPN for the sign-up process. Otherwise, if you've signed up in the US already and you have access to the beta version, it's not available in Mexico, or on Mexican accounts, I should say. As long as you've got a US account, you should have access to the beta version, and then that should work as intended. And that brings us to about the end of the video. You should know that there is a full review of ExpressVPN linked down in the description with all of the tests we've run and all the results we got, of course. It shows all the services we were able to access with ExpressVPN and basically gives you all the details you could ever want. So, be sure to check that out. There's also a coupon page where you can get a discount on your first month or year of ExpressVPN or any number of other VPN services that we recommend. So, check that out too. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, informative, maybe even enlightening. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. Please do consider liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell icon, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. All right, that should be about it. I'll let you go. This is Ezekiel Bruni, signing out.